When you solve algebraically, you need to show work. Like I said, if there is not evidence to support your answer, it's wrong. There are many reasons for this. Number one, I gave a quiz last week. People just picked numbers that they thought worked. They did indeed work. Guess what the answer was?
0.
All real numbers. So anything would have worked. Ha, joke's on you.
Oh.
Don't do that, okay? You have to show work. If you just guess and check, you could be guessing and checking wrong. It's not always about the answer. It's about finding the answer. I want to know that you can do substitution, elimination, and that you can reason through a question like this. If all three equations have a different combination of variables, then you should probably use substitution. Okay? Elimination is good for when two equations have the same variables. So it's also probably a good idea to pick the equation with the smallest numbers. So equation 1 has the smallest numbers. It's easiest to solve for B. There's only one place where you can substitute that. Where is it?
Oh wait, are we doing substitution?
Yeah, 2.
There's only one place you can put it, and that's in equation 2. After you substitute, you may not get an answer right away, so you want to make sure you simplify so that you can use this later. So by subtracting 7, I have created a new equation that has an A and a C in it.
It's a star.
I call him Star. Now look, there's another equation that was given to us that has an A and a C in it.
Wow.
He looks like this.
He looks like this. Are you assuming his looks? I'm not.
Like I said, you can't assume.
It's up to you if you want to eliminate A or C. I am going to choose to eliminate C. So that means I need to multiply star, or I'm sorry, 3 by negative 3.
Sweetie, sweetie. Wow. I'm coming for that.
Okay. To avoid making mistakes, I always rewrite them so that they're right on top of each other so I don't screw anything up. You don't have to do this. I suggest it, especially if you're the type of person to make tiny mistakes.
Hi. How are you?
These cancel. Yay. I get negative 14a equals negative 56. And that means that a has to be positive 4.
Everything.
Once you know A, everything else should be really easy to find. All you have to do is plug them back into these guys and you'll find the rest.
Alright, so
I regret everything.
8 minus B is negative 1.
Alright. Put them in order.
Oh, you're not gonna show the work?
Do I have to?
Yes.
No, I don't. Better?
Oh, I didn't realize you already wrote down C. Oh, well.
16 minus what is 5? Or 11? 5. Voila.
Oh, I did it.
Through the information, okay? It says Campus Rentals rents 2 and 3 bedroom apartments. So look, we got a 2-bedroom apartment and then a slightly bigger 3-bedroom apartment. Now, the littler ones are $700. The bigger ones are $900. Please keep in mind that you can no longer get an apartment for that much money anymore. This is an old question.
You get a tiny apartment in Boston.
Last month, they didn't have people in 6 apartments. Okay? Vacant means no one lives there. So there were 6 empty ones. And because there were 6 empty ones, they lost $4,600. These are examples of totals. They had a total of 6 vacant apartments. They had a total of $4,600 lost in rent. When you have totals, you add stuff together and you set it equal to the total. How many variables do we have in this question?
2.
So you're going to have 2 equations. 1 is equal to this total. 1 is equal to that total. Do you see my reasoning skills?
Yeah.
Perfect. Before we do stuff, we need variables. What do you want them to be?
I
A,
like
B.
C and Q.
X
I
and
like
Y?
Z and Q.
AC.
Can it be Z and Q, please?
I'm doing X and Y. I've already committed. I already wrote it down.
No, Z.
X is going to be the number
More like EZ.
of vacant 2-bedroom apartments, and Y is going to be my number of vacant 3-bedroom apartments. You can pick Z and Q. Have fun.
Do LEA next on the next one.
You took my job.
If you don't write equations and define your variables, you're not getting points. Make sure you do those things.
I can't spell vacant.
They are worth points. If you do nothing else but define some variables, you'll get maybe a point.
Cool.
If I'm feeling generous. Okay.
Are you though?
Like I said, you're going to have two things. They're going to be added up and set equal to totals. The money total, guess what goes with that?
Shouldn't that be
Money.
600?
Money.
What?
700x plus 900y equals the total money we lost.
46. Isn't it 4,600?
Is it? What did I write? 42?
4,600.
Whoops.
Yes. Right.
My bad, my
That's all
bad.
she wrote. Got it.
It's okay. She said my bad. We good.
We good.
We good.
What goes here and here?
The
X
vacancy.
plus
X plus Y equals 6.
Right.
What'd you say?
We don't care about how much they were. We just cared that 6 total were vacant. So the number of 2-bedroom plus the number of 3-bedroom totaled to 6.
Oh, I think I know why you wrote 4,200 now.
1 and 5.
I was getting ahead of myself.
Yeah, you were getting too far ahead.
Number 8.
Now it's up to you what you want to do after this. You can use substitution. You can use elimination. You can simplify if you want. This simplifies if you want to get rid of some zeros.
We do it.
0 and 6.
Okay, it'll simplify
Oh my.
when you divide by 100. I prefer elimination, so I'm going to do that, but you don't have to. Yeah. If you prefer substitution, enjoy.
I would challenge you like
Just make sure you show your work. So by using elimination, I get 2y equals 4. So that means that y has to be 2.
Which means X has to be.
X has to be 4.
Because
Because there were 6 lost, and if you do 6 minus 2, you get.
right.
So you can't just say
6 lost apartments.
Because.
So the other 2 are 4. Or the other... You know what I'm saying. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't even know what I'm saying.
Listen to what
The
you
other
say.
ones that are lost there had to be 4 of them because it's 6 total. Okay, the last thing you're going to write is you're just going to say Campus Rentals has 4 vacant 2-bedroom apartments and
Wait, what the?
2 vacant 3-bedroom apartments. Because you're going to answer the question, because the question was, how many vacant apartments do they have? And you're going to tell them.
Apps.
Well, dropping out, so they're gonna have.
Last Tuesday, Regal Cinemas sold a total of 3,800. Okay, look, a total. Look, another total. Proceeds
Whoa!
total to $26,000.
Word problems.
Tickets can be made in one of 3 ways. Okay, this is a dollar sign, so I'm underlining it in blue. $5 for a matinee,
LEA.
$6 for student, $8 for regular. Just so you know, a matinee is when you go early and they discount it for you.
Cool beans.
Wouldn't you use green for money?
How many of each type of ticket were sold if twice as many regular tickets were sold as student tickets? So that is the added piece of information so that you can get this question.
No order in the hall.
What are the variables? Variables? Variables.
AX.
No,
W.
XYZ.
XYZ.
ABC.
XYZ.
LEA.
PLG.
M, S, and R.
No one cares
HJK.
about your Fortnite joke, Zach.
MRS.
I can't say that.
MRL.
Is this the price of them, the number of them? What is it? What are we solving for?
It is.
This
a
is the
number.
number of them. The number of matinee, student, and regular tickets. It's a quantity.
It's a scalar for those in physics.
Feel free to use M, S, and R if you would like to use those.
GHW LQY.
All right, the first equation that had a total of 3,800. There was nothing else that went with that. And that's because all we're doing is we're taking the number of tickets sold and totaling it to 3,800. So we don't have numbers in front of them. We're just counting how many tickets we sold.
Yes.
Whoa.
Go Regal.
Winning.
Spawns.
The second total was a dollar amount, so that's where you put the dollars in. $5 for every matinee, $6 for every student, and $8 for every regular. That's a total of 26,000. Don't mess up the number of zeros that you put in here. You're gonna have a bad time.
2,600.
Alright, let me use our calculator.
Yes.
This paper.
Okay, now the last one's the one that everyone tends to mess up, so be careful.
Yes.
It says twice as many regular tickets were sold as student tickets. Another way to say this is regular is twice the number of students.
So it's 2y equals z.
Correct. Wait, yes, Z. Sorry, I forgot my variables. Okay. You might need to redo the wording so that it makes sense for you. You might need to come up with a fake scenario to make it make sense. Make sure the equations are right before you try to solve, because if not, you're going to get stuck because you're going to realize it doesn't make any sense. You're going to get numbers that don't make sense. What is the absolute largest number you should get for any variable here?
3,800.
And what is the smallest? 0. So if you get anything other than that range, you're doing something wrong. Because remember, we only sold 3,800 tickets. So if you get 4,000 tickets, it's wrong. If you get negative 10 tickets, it's wrong. Be rational. All right.
Real.
Now, again, it's up to you how you want to solve. My personal preference for this one would be I would probably take the 2y and substitute it here and here. By doing that, I'm creating a 2-variable equation for each of those. So x plus y plus, instead of z, I'm going to substitute 2y in there, equals 3,800. And when I simplify, I get x plus 3y equals 3,800. This is star, because it's a new equation.
Go star.
Okay, I'm going to do the same with equation number 2. I'm substituting in 2y for z. And then simplify. 5x plus 6y plus 16y is 26,000. And then that means that 5x plus 22y equals 26,000. Double star. So what I've done is I've created an xy equation and another xy equation. Don't create an xy equation and an xz equation and expect those to be put together, because that would be uncomfortable. And you can't do anything with that. So you're eliminating the same variable twice. Now you can use elimination with what's left. So negative 5 times star would be a good choice. So you get negative 5x minus 15y equals negative 19,000. Double star, we already know. We don't have to do anything to that one. So add these together.
33.
You get 7y equals 7,000. So that means y is 1,000. What does y represent?
Number of student.
Student tickets. So 1,000 student tickets. If there were 1,000 student tickets, what else do we know?
There would be 2,000 regular tickets.
Right. So that was z, right? So 2,000 regular tickets.
800.
And the rest is x. I know. I'm scrolling down later.
Hey, there we go.
No, hold on, what are we doing?
pretty sure homework is question 8.
Homework is
Question